Hello. I don't know. I'm getting older and I'm not like I'm growing and I'm learning things and I wanted to share my opinion on some things that I'm learning that disappoint me about getting older. Um One of the major things is that I keep being told by people that I have to look out for myself first, or that I can't be thinking about ultimately what's best for other people. That I have to put myself first. And it's not like I don't see the importance of putting oneself first, of putting your priorities first, of being very much for yourself, but I've always been the kind of person who's very gung ho for my friends. Once I decide to put my trust in someone, and once I decide to really truly you're my friend, we're together now, I will be thinking about when I make decisions that include that person, I'm going to be thinking oh, what are their circumstances? What is the best way that I could make this the best for the both of us? What is the best outcome for everyone that I care about in this situation? And from the things that I've been learning recently, it's seeming like I can't do that, or I'm being told by people that I can't do that because I'm being told that other people are not going to be, or nobody is going to have my best interest in mind like my family is. But while I do understand that, I also have to think when I think of things, I'm thinking I want to have the people that I care about's best interest in mind, and I also expect that from them because I'm very much like a treat other people how you want to be treated kind of person. So I'm treating other people with the same amount of care that I would want myself to be treated through their eyes. But obviously not everybody thinks like that, and I'm learning that not everybody thinks like that. So I have to shift my mindset in that, and it's just really disappointing. Yeah. I've also been thinking about how, and this is probably such a bare bones this is probably oh, everybody knows this, yada yada. I've been thinking a lot about sharing how I feel with the people that I care about. I've been thinking a lot about those passing moments or feelings when you're having a conversation with someone, and then you just get the sudden thought of wow, I really appreciate this person. Wow, I really care for this person. I love this person. But then you just don't say it. You just kind of marinate on that and you keep it in you. But recently I had my first experience of one of my friends, one of my really good friends, we just drifted apart. And it was nothing to do with me, it was nothing to do with her. It was really just the natural progression of things. And I feel while I did express my care, I feel I would have wanted to hug her more. I feel I would have wanted to express more through my actions how I cared about that person. Yeah, I feel I expressed to her how much I cared about her decently often, but it still didn't feel like enough. And I don't know if it'll ever feel like enough, but I feel there's got to be some way that I can make that better for the next time it happens, because that's probably going to happen again. And who even knows how it's going to happen again. I'm still in college. I'm sure there's plenty of people that I think are awesome, that I respect and I really care for right now, that I might end up like never talking to again. And I might just like slowly start to notice that we don't talk anymore. And then I won't reach out anymore because we just aren't that close. And they aren't reaching out anymore because they've also clocked that we're not that close anymore. And then it's just like so many things feel left unsaid. That's one of my biggest fears right now, is I don't want to leave anything unsaid. I just I want to be able to say it, but I also really struggle with being able to say those things that I want to say. And I'm just finding that it's so hard to like really express my affection for people because I get so awkward about it. Like I get so weird about feelings. And then it's just like, oh, like what do I do? Like how do I be good to people the way that I want to be good to people? But then also I'm so disappointed that like obviously I knew that not everybody was gonna follow the golden rule, like yada yada. Ooh, Star Kid reference for my theater heads out there. But I know that not everyone is gonna follow the golden rule. Obviously, everyone grows up in different circumstances. Everyone has different morals, different ways that they choose to live their life. But it's still like disappointing that not everybody is gonna treat me the way that I want to be treated. I've been able to grow up very privileged, very like I have a very pleasant life so far. And obviously, while there have been downsides and like hardships, it could have definitely been worse. And I'm really grateful for that. And maybe that's why I have that like mindset right now of like, oh, I want to see the brighter side of things. Like, I don't want to be pessimistic about anything. I want to like think everybody has my best interest in mind, but obviously they don't. But I know it's like in my head, I had a dream about this recently. I was standing at this tree and it was like super creepy, like definitely haunted, like definitely evil tree. And it was trying to get me to like get closer to it. I'm like, I know I shouldn't get closer to you. Then I was like, oh, like, okay, you don't have to get closer to me, but could you like just dig up my roots, like yada yada? I'm like, okay, I could do that much for you. I could, so I dig up its roots. So the roots are exposed. I'm like, oh, could you like get some of those leaves over there and like place the leaves over my branches so that it looks kind of like, or like my roots, so it looks kind of like a bush. And I'm like, okay. And obviously, like, it seems like this tree is trying to get me to make a trap for it. Like it was really like freaking me out. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll do it just because you kind of like, I guess you need me to do it. So I guess I will. But I do it and I do all these things for this tree. And then I get home and just as I'm about to close my door, a root grabs my foot from that freaking tree. And I just noticed. And then I wake up and I told my mom about that. And she was like, there's probably someone in your life who you're kind of clocking that something's going on, but you keep trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, but you know that something's going on. Because like I got intuition crazy. I just know I do. I'm just kind of growing. I'm growing into it more. So I'm still kind of learning how to like clock it. I come from very intuition to people. Lots of my family really strong intuition, strong gut. Yeah, strong in that area. And I'm still kind of growing into it. But it's also like, I don't know, like I just don't want to give up on the hope that most people are going to do right by me. Like I just really don't want to give up on it, but it just feels like all these other people that I really trust and that I know have my back and stuff are telling me like that's not what's up. Like some of the stuff that you're doing, like the way that you go out of your way to do certain things for people is just not, it's not gonna give the result that you want or that you think is gonna happen. But it's also like when I offer to do things for people, it's because I like doing things for people. It's not because I expect them to do the same thing for me. It's because I like those people and I want to do something for them, or like I'm willing to take the time out of my day to be like, oh yeah, you needed something. Okay, cool, I'll go do that for you. Or like, okay, oh, you needed Like, I didn't know it was, like, not common to, like, help a friend move somewhere. Like, they were just moving from one place to another, and I was also moving out. I was in the process of moving out, but I mean, I'd already gotten most of my stuff home, so I was like, you know what? Yeah, sure, I could totally take that for you. And I had told one of my friends, and she was like, I wouldn't do that. And I was like, wow, is that like not, so do people like not normally do that? I don't know. She said that that was a very kind thing to do. And to me, that was just something that, like, oh no, you're my friend and I happen to have the time. Yeah, sure, you know? And I just don't know. It's just, that's just something that's like, it's just been really disheartening. It's been disappointing me. Yeah. And it's like, I know that other people are gonna want to look out for themselves and like think of themselves first, but I don't know. I just feel like there are so many people out in the world who like never get picked first, or like are never thought of, or they feel like they're not thought of, and I just want to give that to people. Like, I don't know. I might have issues. I don't know. I don't know. I'll work through it eventually. Maybe I'll get like super mega betrayed, and then being an adult will just hit me like a brick, and I'll be just like what everybody else is telling me that I need to be. But yeah, I mean, I'll have these conversations with the like with my aunts and my mom and my family members, and they'll basically be telling me like, just like through their life experience, like life is not all like sunshine, roses, and rainbows, but it's also like I'm aware that things are not sunshine, roses, and rainbows. Because I mean, even though I'm young, I've been through a few things, like maybe just a little bit, but I know that life can really, really suck. I just rather choose to think the better of life than the worse, because I feel like it would just kind of suck to think the worse. But maybe, I don't know, maybe there's just a more realistic way for me to be thinking. Maybe there's a better way for me to be, ooh, like recently I went out on a walk when it was raining, but it was raining like kind of bad, which, you know what, maybe it wasn't the best idea to go on a walk in the rain when it was like thundering. That probably wasn't a very good idea, because my aunt told me that she knows people that have gotten struck by lightning. And I was like, wow, wow. So, maybe the next time you want to go walk while it's raining, I'm not saying don't do it, but maybe just do it when it's drizzling rather than when it's like raining. Because someone getting struck by lightning, you could know someone who knows someone who's got struck by lightning. And that's a lot closer than you would probably think you are to someone who's been struck by lightning. I think I kind of lost the plot of this, but yeah. Bye.